Hey, howdy, and hello, everybody. So nice to have you here. My name is Natasha May. This is my husband, Casey, and today we are going to tell you just a little bit more about what is happening in life because we've had several questions from friends and just people wanting to know, what are you doing? Because we have 5 kids, we're living out of a camper, and we're headed to Alaska. So, a little bit more about us.
We are ranchers by trade. We've been ranching for 14 years. I guess we grew up ranching, and our parents, our grandparents, great-grandparents have all been ranchers, and it's kind of all we have known. And so that was our whole dream.
Add to that, we are parents of 5 kids and small business owners. And so to go along with the dream, we purchased our first ranch in 2015 down in Georgia.
And so all this came about, all the traveling, all the just kind of the free time came about when life got hard. Sometimes we're just focusing on work and the struggles in life and not putting our focus where they need to be, and sometimes we get distracted and something really has got to hit you and wake you up. That's kind of what happened to us. You know, we found ourselves right in the middle of business and hitting some tough times and not communicating like we should, and then
getting to a place where we almost lost it all.
Things fall apart.
I walked away with the kids, and he was left to decide whether he wanted ranch or family. Obviously, he chose the latter because there's restoration in all things, and God is good, and prayers are powerful, and that is a testament to why we are here today. But with that, like at that point in our life, about a year and a half, or we bought the ranch in 2015, but about a year ago, just like you said, we got really unhappy with where we were at in our finances and our marriage and our family life and everything, because we had so much focused our time and energy towards the work and towards, okay, if we just do this, then this will happen, and this will happen, and we can just keep on moving, but it never moved on. We just worked all the time, and that was just kind of the ranching thing. Like, you have all this, you have tons of stuff that you have to do all the time, and there's not a whole lot of breaks. We never really took a vacation ever where it was non-work in the last 14 years, and it was just one thing after another, and so life got tough. We ended up separating, like we said, and we ended up going from Georgia. We sold our ranch in January and moved back to South Dakota to kind of just reset, hit the reset button.
Yep. And through that, I mean, we're together on lots of prayer, and God's been great. Lots of therapy and lots of just time spent with each other. Time we've missed out on and didn't really know that we were missing. I mean, and it just come down to, you don't know what you don't know until you're open to getting feedback from other people and being able to build on your life again. And
so there's a lot of refinement that happens in that process, and it wasn't fun at all. It wasn't fun going through that transformation in that process, but we did have resources that we reached out to, and that was a huge key part in our transformation, is reaching out and being open to that transformation. And like you said, it was a process on both of us. It was a personal process, it was a together process, and just getting right back on the foundation of marriage and God and having one another.
And we're still there. We're just embarking on this trip. It ain't like we've mastered anything, but we do know that we need to take a break from our former life, and some things have to change. And knowing some information now, being educated a little more, we just know that there's different possibilities out there, and we don't have to. There's different avenues, there's different routes, and there's things out there that just can give you opportunity, and have given us opportunity to take that time as a family and kind of pour into each other, pour into everybody else's lives, and that's what we want to do. We want to just We want to be connected with people and share some time with people, and especially us. We're still working on it, still growing, and we still need that time with each other. Just to, we after 15 years, we're not going to fix it in 4 or 5 months. So we're wanting to take the next year, even if that's what it takes, and we're going to visit all 49 states. And so far it's been great being this little mini house.
So what we did, this all came about is because one night we, like you said, we found better education to figure out that we did have different possibilities. We found a business avenue that is providing us and will provide us with a financial income, so that we can live life on the road. We found a team of people that are willing to educate us personally and business-wise, and help make us business-minded so that we can make the best decisions for our financial future.
And through therapy, and we've had a lot of people pour into our lives that, if you're gonna be married, here's the struggles, and you have to make time for each other, and you gotta take your breaks, and you gotta get away, and
but in that, when we were in the midst of it, we didn't think it was possible. We shut those possibilities off because we said we didn't have the time, we didn't have the resources, we couldn't make it happen. We made all the excuses, right? You've made these excuses. I'm sure we all make excuses on why we can't do things until it hits the fan. And then you're like, how did this happen? How did we get here? Well, because of the poor choices, because of not taking or making the time, because of all the things, all the flashing signs that you missed because you were so busy focused on what you thought was your greatest venture. You missed out on what your greatest venture was. But we are so thankful that we didn't miss it, or that we did, but we came back to it, and we were able to have the restoration. So that's a little bit about that. So how did we get here? That's where I was at. One night we were laying in bed, and I was like, hey, we're trying to decide what we were going to do next, right? Because we just sold our ranch, we had kids, just getting done with school, and we're like, okay, South Dakota's really cold, don't really want to do that again, so where are we going to go? And as a backstory, if you don't know, we have 5 children, like we said before, and we had those 5 children within 5.5 years. But to start us off, when our daughter was 14 months old, we received a stack of papers and a terminal diagnosis that said, you don't know how much time you have, so you better make the most of what you got. And that was not a very fun time in our life. Because at the same time we had a 1-month-old boy, we had to have him tested to make sure he was okay. We went on to have 2 other kids that are fine and didn't get the diagnosis. And then our 5th child that we had, she was born in January. On January 17th, we got a phone call with the same devastating news that she too had the same terminal diagnosis that her oldest sister did. And so with these warning signs, that's what we'll call them, these life-changing events, we decided that it was our obligation to make the most with what we had, because that's all we're given, you guys. And we were lucky enough to have a warning sign. We didn't just have a sudden death or a sudden diagnosis. Like, we've had a diagnosis and we were given a little bit of time. And so with that time, we're doing everything that we can to make the most of it. And that's really the heart of this road trip, is that one night when I said, hey, what if we traveled? What if we just went and traveled for a little bit? What would that look like? And he said
amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, I said we could probably, that might be a possibility.
We might be able to make that happen.
And it's been amazing what little we have done so far. The girls are just vibrant, they're wanting to live life, they're healthy, healthy as can be.
But there's been some scary times. There's been some times where we almost lost them.
Yeah.
Like, we've had some close calls. But within the last couple of years,
they've been amazing, good. Healthy,
yeah, which has allowed us to have this dream to dream bigger and outside the box, and even have this thought to go out and travel on the road with them, because it's scary. It's scary having these diagnoses. We have lots of medical equipment involved. We have lots of doctors and appointments and stuff. Like, we have to schedule our trips and our travels around their 4-month appointments that they have to have. And there's a lot of complex things on the backside. But working through that we're still pushing forward and running full throttle with the time that we're given now. And because we've always had this dream of traveling, right? It's always been with us. And like I always say, you can't choose the hand that you were dealt, but you can choose how you play the game. And we're choosing to make the most of what we have. And that's our biggest thing, is that we want to encourage others to choose to live life now. Don't wait. Don't wait until your retirement. Don't wait until the kids are old enough to enjoy it, or the kids are XYZ or out of the house, or you have all this lined up. Like, figure out how to make the most with what you have now, and then go from there. And for us, it took a lot of hard things to get here, and a lot of struggles. And through sharing those struggles, we're hoping that it doesn't take that for you. I hope it doesn't take a terminal diagnosis. I hope it doesn't take a separation, or it doesn't take losing your ranch, or losing these things, these big accolades in your life. I hope that you just realize that maybe what you have, and all these things that you've accomplished or not accomplished, or where you're at, those circumstances in your life, it doesn't matter. You can choose to move forward and live life the way you want to live life. And right now we are just choosing to have the memories with our kids, and like I said, inspire others.
Yep.
That's it. So we've taglined everything. This Life Unlimited. We will be taking off for Alaska here in a couple weeks. So excited. And we're going to be sharing all that on the road. We packed up everything in this camper that we've, like I said, once I asked him the question and he said yes, then we were full throttle. God brought this camper into our life. It's been perfect. We've customized it to fit all the medical equipment. We have 2 power chairs. We have 2 track chairs. The 5 kids. And us. And our mobile business. And I am so happy that we have 350 square feet-ish to live this life unlimited. And I'm so excited to be able to share it with you. And that's about it.
And so if you're down the road, we'd love to stop in, love to take the time, because we've got some time. And we can visit, have a cup of coffee, for those who drink coffee. And
or tea.
I'm a tea drinker. And even if we don't know you, we'll stop and visit. So
yeah, we want to meet you.
We want to meet you,
out on the
people,
road,
and just get to
and
know
we want to
people.
talk to you, inspire you, and encourage you, and stand beside you. If you're fighting that battle to just get out of the gunk and get on a better path, we will cheer you on. Let us know how we can pray for you, how we can cheer you on, how we can fight for you, how we can encourage you. Stay checked in. We have the YouTube channel, This Life Unlimited. We have the Facebook page, This Life Unlimited. Instagram, same thing. If you want more coaching and inspiration, you can look up Natasha May. That will be coming. We have some courses coming out to live your life unlimited, so that's really exciting. And we'll have a vlog and we're trying to share as much as we can with you. Really don't know what that looks like though, because we do have the 5 kids.
Yeah.
And we are choosing to live life and not necessarily all, we don't want to get caught up again. It's a hard place. Like, how much is caught up and how much is responsible and how much is too much, and what's just enough. And so those are just personal daily boundaries, I guess, that we set and keep each other accountable to. But that's a little bit more about us. I hope you learned something. I hope you were inspired in some way, and I cannot wait for you to follow along with us. So thanks for listening. Thanks for cheering us on.
Yep.
Thanks for praying for us. And we look forward to seeing y'all down the road.
Yep.
Catch you later, guys.